Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Motivational Monday. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you guys had a great weekend as well. I know I did. Me and the wife celebrated 5 years of being married, so it was really nice. We went out, we had a nice meal and shared some laughs and reflected on the past 11 years that we've been together and what the future holds for us. But in the moments surrounding that, in the time, the days after, the days prior, I can only think about what would have happened if we didn't reach that milestone. Because, to be honest with you, not too long ago, that was very likely. We were, to get a little personal with you, we were more or less roommates. Sharing tasks of housework and responsibilities for our kids and stuff like that. But we were, drawing nearer and nearer to a collapse, and a lot of that came from a lack of communication and some selfishness and more or less, let's be honest, it's always easier to quit, to give up on when things get tough and not to fight for them. It's always easier to just drop the ball and then just walk away. But we chose to take the higher route. We got with somebody that is very inspirational to us, and they kind of coached us through, things to work on, made a redemption plan to make sure that those lines of communication were open, and to just to also to bring 100. Most times, for whatever reason, before we had this conversation, I always thought marriage was about 50-50. I thought most partnerships were 50-50. But it's not. You need to bring 100% of yourself to the table at all times, that even when that's uncomfortable, even when that it's something you'd rather not do, you'd rather just, sit on the couch instead of doing the dishes or whatever. Same thing goes for business. If you want to, have a thriving partnership with somebody, you need to bring 100% of yourself to that organization. And another thing that came out of this was that, expectations can be different. I'm sure, I had certain expectations for my wife that, were similar to my driven desires. But, they say opposites attract, and, she's my counterpart. She is not like me, and I think I've grown to learn that that's a blessing, because if she was a lot like me, then we'd almost probably be neck and neck in competition, and some things would get avoided. So I'm encouraging you to, if you're in a partnership or a relationship or something like that, to always reflect on, bringing 100% of yourself to the table. Sometimes it's not worth beating a dead horse over things, but keep those lines of communication open. Always be talking about your goals, what you plan on accomplishing together. And when things get rough, don't stay quiet. You gotta work it out, everything like that. But I am truly grateful that I didn't quit, that I fought for my marriage, and I'm sure my family is grateful. I know my kids will be grateful, and I'm grateful to be able to see my kids all the time. Well, that being said, I hope you reflect on what I've said, and if there's a bad relationship in your life right now, or a bad partnership business-wise, that in this holiday season, you kind of open it up, bring it to the table, and get everything out in the air. So have a great week. Have a great day. Take care. God bless.